WWE sucks right now. AEW sucks. Who cares? Wrestling used to be good. It's trash now. Dear pro wrestling. For as long as I can remember, I've always been a wrestling fan. My first love. Yeah, just like every other kid, cartoons were there, superheroes and comics were there, even sports, music, movies, TV, they were all there, but they always took a second, third, or fourth place to professional wrestling. I was a member of the Legion of Doom for Halloween. I remember in grade school for woodshop class, I made a tombstone. It didn't go over very well, but how could I explain that I'm a big fan of The Undertaker? At least it wasn't a casket. I even once taped my eyebrow up with Scotch tape because I couldn't do the people's eyebrow. I still can't. Now we have it easy. Everything's streaming. You can watch what you want when you want. That would have saved young Nick so much stress going back and forth between WCW Nitro and WWF Raw and just trying to stay up late on a Friday or Saturday night trying to find ECW if and when it came on. I've seen eras come and go. I've seen companies come and go. I've seen new companies pop up. I've been filled with joy watching my favorites win it all, and heartbroken when part of my childhood passes away. I've been shocked at outcomes and enthralled by storylines. Professional wrestling has made me laugh uncontrollably and made me cry as hard as I've cried over people I've never met. You couldn't tell me the greatest wrestling shows that ever happened didn't happen amongst my action figures. I was never a big reader of books growing up, but I've read a WWE magazine cover to cover every single month. Let's not even talk about the hours upon hours of time logged playing wrestling video games, from WWF WrestleMania 2000 to WCW versus NWO to even now with WWE 2K25. I'm still logging that time. My only true regret when it comes to pro wrestling is not talking about it sooner. I'm an introvert. So I've talked to very few people over the years about pro wrestling at all. That kind of changed around WrestleMania 40. I logged onto Threads to my 45 followers or so and figured nobody's gonna read this anyway. Let me just yak about the show. Almost 2 years later, almost 55,000 followers across social media later, I ended up helping build a community on Threads, wrestling Threads to be specific, and slowly starting to build a new community on YouTube. For someone that watched wrestling their whole life and kept thoughts to themselves, letting those thoughts flow freely on social media, it's something. The internet wrestling community is like a lot of online fandom communities, really. A lot of times the negative voices are the loudest and drown out the ones that actually enjoy the show or the product. Being a part of the IWC is easy to get sucked into that mindset of negativity, the mindset of today's wrestling sucks, and to crave the way it used to be. But that's not what I want. That's not what I want to create content around. I love professional wrestling and I want to show it. I want to talk about all the cool things that's happening within the world of wrestling and to show how awesome wrestling is and can be. So my plan is to go on a world tour. Yes, the introvert is leaving his home. Over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, I want to go to as many shows as I can, whether that's big shows like WWE or AEW or smaller indie shows in a garage somewhere. I want to show the world professional wrestling and how awesome and how it's the best form of entertainment ever. Of course, tickets to shows are not always cheap. And that's where the content comes in, and that's where this grind of making YouTube and social media content is going to play a part. The goal is to monetize on social media platforms and to use that extra cash to finance this world tour. This year, maybe I can go to one WWE or AEW show, but if I can hit 3, 4, 5, 6 indie shows, that'd be awesome. And this is where you come in. If you're watching this, I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to like this video. In the comments, leave your favorite pro wrestling memory growing up in the comments, and we can fully get this train moving. I love pro wrestling, and I want to go out and spread the gospel of pro wrestling and why it's the greatest form of entertainment in the history of entertainment. Thanks for watching. My name is NotNick_S. Like, comment, subscribe. World Tour is kicking off 2026. Let's go.